Hey everybody, my name is Ford. This is my plasma table. I'm going to show you guys today how I use a engine hoist and a big magnet to lift up steel sheets and put them on my plasma table. First up, I got this engine hoist from Tractor Supply. I mean, it's not the highest quality, but it was about 300 bucks. It lifts 2 tons, which is more than enough to lift up steel sheets. This is 3/8 inch steel, and when it comes to sheets of steel, you can find all that measurement online. I think it's probably around 500 pounds, so well within the range of the engine hoist. But the coolest thing I got was this magnet. Now this is a magnet lifter. It basically works by raising and lowering a magnet, and once you lock it in place, this thing is not going anywhere. This one's rated to lift up to 1,300 pounds or 600 kilograms. So more than enough to lift up one sheet. And actually that's a real problem because it's actually gonna lift up the sheets beneath it. So something you always need to do when you're lifting up these sheets with the magnet is actually make an air gap. So that's what I'm going to do right now, and I'll show you guys my whole process. Because I'm not really worried about the edge of the steel, I'm just gonna take a cat's paw and my hammer and literally just bang underneath it. And try to wedge it up even more and try to get a piece of, wood underneath it. And once you get that wood underneath it, that's enough of an air gap. So now I'm gonna take my tape measure, measure out the center of the steel sheet, and then put my magnet on it and hopefully have a center of gravity that's not gonna make the sheets fly all over the place. Corner to corner is 9 feet, so I have to find 4 feet 6 inches. Let's just mark that out. Now, I don't think it needs to be super accurate, but you can go through and sort of mark approximately front and back. So when you get this magnet up here, you get it right where it's supposed to be. I went through and I made marks on my magnet so I know exactly where center is, but that looks pretty good to me. Now we're gonna, turn the magnet on, press the lever down, check that it's on, and lift it with the hoist. So with the magnet in place, just gotta roll this underneath, get it lined up, nothing too fancy, get the hook on there, and we'll start lifting it up. Now, as you may have noticed earlier, I have stickers that are higher than the bottom of the engine hoist. So you may need to elevate your steel higher than just a pallet. So now we're going to jump. Now that it's free, I'm actually going to wheel it to my CNC machine so I don't have to worry about it dropping or falling and breaking someone's toes. Try to be safe here. Obviously, before you get your steel on the water table, you want to make sure your water table is clear and also that your gantry is as far back as possible, just so you have tons of room to put your steel down on the table. It's also a great idea to knock off a slag that is built up over the last cut, just to make sure that everything is flat. So now that we got the steel over here with enough room for the engine hoist to move underneath the table, we'll start jacking the steel up. All right, so that's high enough. Now I'm going to maneuver the legs in place, really, because I got to get it underneath the table. And once underneath the table, start maneuvering it in, getting it lined up. So once you got it all the way in, you're going to try to maneuver it, try to get it lined up in every corner. I like where it is. I'm going to let it down with my jack. Nice. Okay. Then we'll check that it's in there. Looks real good to me. And then just take off your magnet. Oh, by the way, this thing is very heavy. But thanks guys for watching. That's how I use my engine hoist to lift up giant pieces of steel for your CNC plasma table. Let's go.